All right. Welcome to the meeting again. We are going to show you some of the latest development on AI agent front in this meeting, and also tell you exciting course that is coming from Mingdao School. As everybody knows, that AI is everywhere now, and a lot of the software and hardware are adding AI features to help them to interact with the user in a more friendly way. So people can just use voice or gesture to express their needs, and then the AI will translate that into actions that they can take. At the beginning, we have like these chatbots, which can have interesting conversations. Now we are this year, end of last year and beginning of this year, we are seeing new development on the AI agent front. So what's the difference between AI agent and like a AI-enabled chatbot? The AI agent can usually take input from the real world. It can use AI to process the information, and then it can take action in the real world as well. For example, it can like look up today's weather information or the stock information, and then in terms of taking actions, they may be able to buy the ticket or buy the stock or do something in the real world to help the user to do the next step. So they are no longer limited to just doing the chat, and they can do a lot more than just text input and output, and they can do graphics, video, sound, a lot of things that they are. We are making the AI agents more and more powerful these days to handle more of the customer needs. Last week, maybe like 10 days ago, there was this team in China that released a autonomous AI agent that can do a lot of things within their chat. It's like a chatbot, but it's very capable. It's featured on Forbes and a bunch of other larger media and also on social media. So it gained a lot of attention. We don't have, so for people who have not tried this yet, you can go to manus.im. Right now it is in a closed beta, so only people they invite can actually use the product. But they do have some demos that people can see, like the capabilities of this chatbot. So and they claim the difference is it's autonomous, and it can make decisions. It can do more complex things than just the chatbot. Okay, so there may be some internet. Okay. Yeah. So this one is one of their demos that they are for this one, they are trying to do an analysis for the Tesla stock. Normally, if you are a user, you would be able to type in your request in this window. But right now, we are just watching their demo. So what's unique about the demo is there are a few things. One is at the beginning. So if we look at this, retrieving. So what is one, they have a high level plan on what to do when they want to do this research in terms of looking up the Tesla stock performance, their fundamental performance, the comparable industry, how other companies do, and then they can do execute different steps to look up the internet. there are also some steps where they actually write the Python code. I'm back. All right. Yeah, there are some steps where they also write the Python code to do the analysis. So what this is different from other agent is they can generate code that did not exist when the bot was first built. So for most of the chatbots, uh, the limitation is usually when the developer writes the code and ship the product, the capability is already built in. So if we need some new capability, then you will not get that on the fly. So that would you would need to usually wait for the next revision of the software. But in terms of Manus, one of the innovation is they also write Python code on the fly to handle like new requests that the chatbot has not seen before. Yeah, so you see they're doing some debugging of their server, and then finally try to fix the problem of the server, and then finally the server is running. So difference number one, they can make a plan and execute it. Number two is they write code on the fly. Number three is they have very nice output, which is not just limited to text, but also graphics about the business, and charts, charts like this. So it is very interesting. They claim that it is autonomous and it's kind of closer to general intelligence. So it's more powerful. Yeah, I think it's more powerful than the chatbot that we have seen before. So that's one of the news 10 days ago. And then OpenAI, after the Manus was released, soon, like in just a couple of days ago, they released a set of SDKs and agent tools to help people to build the agents. So there are two layers they have released. One is the SDK to build the agents in general. So each agent may have multiple capabilities, and each agent can also talk to other agents. So they can call Python routines, and they can also call other agents to perform additional tasks using human language. So this is the framework they have released. That's one of their release. And then the other side is the capability side. They released some features to allow people to search the web and also search local file. So they and then do some local lookup for information on your computer. And then there's another agent which can drive the web browser to perform actions on the web. So there are these two layers they have released. First layer is the framework, and then the second layer is some capabilities that was more difficult for normal programmers to develop. So they build it on their server and then allow us regular programmers to call those capabilities. So those are the release from the OpenAI. So I have walked through. So this is really new. So you probably won't find similar tutorial that quickly on the internet. But I have looked through all of their examples, and I selected a few that's representative. So I will do some demo to get started about the capabilities that they have released. With this demo, I will try to do, so imagine that you are a student and you want to do some research on a topic. And then finally, you need to write like your research paper. So usually it's a very time-consuming process. You try to plan your research, right? And then you go to the web and write down the information, copy and paste into some document, look at multiple sources, summarize it, and then you need to write it in a formal document. And then with the right chapter, you need to format the document. So it takes a lot of time to from an idea you want to research to the final kind of PDF presentation that you want to provide, or the PDF file that you want to provide. But now with the help of the AI tools, we can do it in a very short amount of time. That will save a lot of time. So I built this demo using the OpenAI's latest. So I built on top of their prototype. They have a research prototype that will output text output of the research result. And then on top of that, I built additional feature to take their text output and generate a nice looking PDF file as the final output that you may be able to put on your website or submit to your professor. So let's take a look at how that works. Yeah, I will turn off my camera here, so to save some bandwidth, and then I will share my screen. All right, so you're looking at my terminal. I have a few. Yeah, so tonight we are going to have a few demos. But just to get things started, we just see the demo on the research bot that will generate a PDF file. So and once we have more time, I'm going to tell you some of the design patterns that they have in their latest release of the SDK. Yeah. So now I need to enter a topic for research. So any topic is fine. Let me see what is the news today. Okay, so the news today is U.S. tornado, extreme weather, leave trail of destruction. Right? So that's not very good news, but for people who want to learn more deeply about this topic, then we can do this research. Okay, tornado, severe weather conditions. Yeah, so that's the thing that we like to learn. Tornadoes and other severe conditions, severe weather conditions, and what's their impact. So the research agent actually did. Okay, so let me scroll up. Made a plan to research using search engine to research the related information. So it actually formed 5 queries. One is U.S. tornado, severe weather condition, economic impact, human impact, U.S. government response, advancement in tornado prediction and mitigation. So these are very nice, things to research, right? And normally that would take a long time for a human to do this research online. So yeah, so now it's doing the search. It has completed search. Yeah, so let me just scroll down. It actually wrote the report already, so it's actually pretty fast. Yeah, so this is the final report that was in the text format. So right now you can see the text format. That was if you download the prototype from, if you download the examples for this SDK, you will see this similar output. However, I have enhanced this to generate a PDF file as well. So let me take a look at which PDF file is the latest one. Okay, so right now it's 721, right? So this one is the latest one. Report. Uh, okay, so let me present the other screen now. Okay, so this one is the PDF that is generated based on the search result from the latest OpenAI SDK for agent, for AI agent. So as you can see that, so the content, so it's straightforward to actually write the final step to convert. So what's difficult is within their code, we did a lot of research and then actually summarize the information and convert that into text. From the text to the PDF is relatively simple, but you can see it's a better, a much more readable format, much more beautiful, right? So you can potentially post this on the internet. You generate HTML file as well, and you can also turn it in to your professor if that's something that you need to write a paper about. So all this only within a couple minutes as we are talking, that from an idea we want to research to a well-written 7-page research paper, it only took us a couple minutes. So this is great for the users who want to do more research. All right, so let me present the screen again. Desktop. Okay. Okay. All right. So next, presenter view. Yeah. So now that you know AI agents can be very powerful, it can do its own planning. It can have multiple capabilities, and then it can produce a very nice output to the user. How do we go about learning? How to build an AI agent? Where can we get started? So I asked my assistant today, JC, to help demo how, as a beginner, we can build an AI agent. All right. So JC, are you ready?
Thank you. Could I have the share screen access?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You can share the screen now.
Uh, so, where are the slides? I have slides, don't you? So we're about to build I'm about to show you a demo on how we build a chatbot using a powerful tool known as the Cursor's code editor. I'll show you how we can use much more than just a single line of code, but a list of requirements. Through the list of requirements, we can generate code and then run that code through the terminal to create a chatbot, which is fully functional within just a few minutes. To begin, we have the Cursor's AI here, which is a powerful interface which allows us to use the Claude chatbot in order to create new code. So on the left, this is a regular IDE. On the left, we can see the file managing system where we have a list of files and their contents. In the middle, we have the contents themselves and what's written inside of the files. And on the right, we have a direct place where we can talk to a AI, which can help us write code. I've already prepared a few requirements for us to use based on a few things which help guide the AI in creating a chatbot. Firstly, we want it to be able to process and respond to user input through this command line interface on the bottom. We want it to be able to support the user directly talking to it. We want it to use a OpenAI API key, which allows it to communicate with ChatGPT. And we want it to create it within this folder and have a file to run it. I've given it an example of how to run the API itself using the latest version. And that'll allow it to directly connect to ChatGPT so that it can act as ChatGPT in itself. On the right, I'll now ask it to generate a chatbot based on these requirements. And I'll give it the context of the requirements I have written right here. The chatbot itself takes the interface itself takes a short while to run as it's communicating directly with Claude, but it will produce in the end a fully functional ChatGPT interface, as you can see here. I just accept all, and then it's created a full file that is, I believe, runnable, which communicates with ChatGPT. As you can see, it asks for user input here, getting user input, and then it uses an API call to call ChatGPT. Now I'll show you it running. Am I in the right one? No, I'm not. CD demo origin. I'm navigating to the folder where the item is stored. And now it'll run through the chatbot, which should function. As this program is reasonably simple, it will probably work the first time, although with more complex programs, it takes quite a few lists of revisions in order to make it function. As you can see, it's had a welcome message, and I can ask it anything as it's directly connected to ChatGPT. What's the purpose of life? As you can see, it directly answers my queries, and I can ask it anything I want. How do I make a hamburger? It's directly connected with the API, so it works like this. Let's see how long it takes. See, it's created a full 8-step list on how to create a simple recipe. Next, I'll demonstrate a blueprint of how. Next, I'll demonstrate a thing I've worked around 2 hours total on, which is pretty short for a development time, which is specifically intended for a traveler going to Europe. This travel assistant robot directly allows the user to figure out exchange rates between any currency into other currencies, and also allows the user to find the weather at any location in the world. It isn't that much more complicated. However, it directly connects to 3 different APIs, first of which is the OpenAI key for the chatbot itself, the weather API key, which I believe uses open weather maps to get weather location of anywhere, and the exchange key, which allows it to get the exchange rates of anywhere in the world. I'll now ask it a few questions along those lines. We can ask, for example, through this chatbot, which is just a short extension on top of this main one, which only took a few minutes to generate, and this one only took an hour or so to create. We can ask it questions like, what's the weather in Moscow, for example? Or what's the most important thing to know when you go to Moscow? As you can see, it's generated a few things. If you want to ask for any cities, I can go check the weather through this to show you how it works.
All right, we can see if anyone in the audience want to check any city's weather. How about we try Madrid, Spain.
Earlier, I was doing a little bit of debugging, but the entire thing is just through the ChatGPT interface, which allows a lot of flexibility. The weather in Madrid is 5.39 degrees Celsius, scattered clouds, and the humidity is 82%. That's really high.
All right. All right. Anyone from the audience? Okay. Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you, JC, for the demo. Let me take over the presentation again.
All right, thank you. I will stop screen sharing and then mute. Thank you. Currently you're muted. Is that intended?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Um, okay, so let me come back. Thanks, JC, for the demo. So as you can see that building the AI agent is like a step-by-step process. We can start from the very basic agent that can chat with us using text, and then we can add more capabilities to the agent. As JC has demonstrated, it can call external systems to look up information or to perform actions. And then based on our product requirement, we can add more capabilities. And in the past, it would have taken us a very long time to develop such an AI agent. But now there are two things that help us develop it much faster. One is there are a lot of companies that build the APIs that has AI capabilities that we don't have to code everything ourselves, including natural language parsing and generating the answer and getting the weather and all these things, right? So we can call the APIs to perform these actions. Number two is there is a wave of intelligent development environment such as the Cursor AI that allows us to write code really fast. Instead of remembering all the design patterns, how to write a call function, fix the compilation error, etc. We can chat with the Cursor AI editor. There are a couple other editors that are like that. Yeah, so we can just chat with the editor, and then they will generate code for us. And if it does not work, it will try to debug the code. So that actually, it doesn't take the work to zero. It's not like one sentence you will be able to generate the whole application, but it makes it much faster. So you can create a lot more code with a relatively short amount of time. So the barrier is much lower, and I can see that more and more people will just code their own product, their own AI. So that will, and I know that a lot of companies are also pushing their employees to use the AI tools, and this is one of the front that we should we should evolve with the world and try to learn as fast as we can how to leverage these tools and how to leverage these AI capabilities. So back to the AI release from the OpenAI. They have released the agent SDK and a number of AI agent capabilities. I have studied most of the examples from the SDK, and there are a few design patterns that are very interesting. Out of all the design patterns, I selected 3 design patterns that I feel are very interesting to showcase. So let's walk through that together. So the first design pattern is code as tool. So basically, the AI agent can interface with humans using natural language. And then after they understand what the human wants, they can call existing code to generate the actions or to look up information to perform those actions. So code becomes a tool for the AI agent. So let's demonstrate how that works. Code as tool. So first, let me show you how the code looks like. So right now, I just created 2 simple functions. One is like a generate random number. The other is a multiply function. And then I created a simple agent using these instructions, which are kind of based on natural language, right? So so it should answer like what's the total of 50 items, multiply 25 by random. So essentially, it just leverage the multiply function and the get random function and create an output. So the agent has this argument tools equal to something, right? So and then we can put in a couple function names, and it can actually parse these function signatures and generate reasonable calls to these functions. So let me try this one. Okay, so enter your calculation queries. For example, I want to 60 random. So 60 by 57. Okay, it looks like it has some error, like not calling the right function, but let's try again. And randoms. Oh, okay. Multiply 10 by 50. Oh, okay. Now I understand what it tried to do. So my language is ambiguous. When I say 10 randoms, I wanted to do like generate 1 random number and multiply by 10. However, due to I say 10 randoms, it actually generated 10 random numbers. And then it also did the multiply 10 by the first random number, 85. So that's a sort of reasonable interpretation of what I want. Maybe I can be more specific. Let's see if that actually works better. Generate a random number and multiply it by 10. What is the result? Yeah, so the random number is 1, and then multiply by 10 equal to, okay. Yeah, 73. I multiply 10 by 73 and it gets to 730. So that's a reasonable output. So this one demonstrates that the bots can call APIs, and that would allow us. You can imagine that it can be more flexible than just hard coding what to do. It can actually interpret the user's input and then perform corresponding actions. So this is the first pattern. Okay, and then the second pattern that is interesting in their SDK is manager and team. So that means we can have one main agent that takes care of interacting with the user, and then that agent can actually call different agents to perform the right action. So imagine a team where you can have experts in different areas, and then you have a manager who takes customers' requests and then dispatch to these experts. So we can see how that works in their code. So this one is there's an agent. I would say maybe agency, like there's an agent team. There's one manager who is in charge of talking to the customer, and then there are three experts in terms of translating language from. I think there's like Spanish, French, and there's one more. Let me see which language there is. Yeah, so one is Spanish, one is French, one is Italian. Yeah, so you can find this in the release of the SDK as well. But since not all of us have a lot of time, so I'm just helping you to see this demo since I have already installed and tried it out. So let's say man to Spanish. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, okay. So this manager agent called the Spanish expert and then translated man into Spanish. We can see if try something that's unexpected, right? Man, translate man into English because it's already in English. In the instruction, I asked the manager to politely refuse any request that is not these three languages. So it actually resisted this request because man is already English. So it did not call any agent. It just says, I'm sorry, but I can only assist translation into Spanish, French, and Italian. So that's a pretty interesting pattern where we form a team of agents and we have one person in charge who is the manager. So that's the second pattern that that looks interesting in their example. And then there is a third design pattern, which is student and coach pattern, which means the student. So in the previous pattern, we can see the manager actually requests the team member to do something, and then the team member will perform the action. Just so the manager is like proactive, and then the team member is reactive. In real life, there are other situations where we do something proactively ourselves, and then we ask our coworker for feedback, or customers for feedback, or friends for feedback, right? So this is kind of like a student and coach situation where the student proactively performs something, and then the coach try to correct or give some suggestions to the student, and then the student can actually revise based on what the coach's advice is. So we can see that pattern in the code as well. So that's the third design pattern that looks quite interesting in their set of examples. Yeah. So in this example, there are two parties. The student. So just to take our analogy to this example, there are two agents in this code. One is a student who can write essay, and then write a story, and then the other is a judge who will look at the output of the student and then give some feedback, and then the student can actually will actually revise based on what the judge says, what suggestions the judge has. So let's see what kind of story would you like to hear. So let's say real life story of Jack Ma. My connection is a bit slow today, so sometimes I see these error messages, but it should come out. Okay. So you can see the first output is from the student who writes the story, Jack Ma, and then despite of failures in school, this early life, and then there's a trip to US, and then Jack started Alibaba, and then there's a kind of success story, and then the judge says this story needs improvement to better align with hero's journey framework. Oh, one detail that I let the judge know, but I did not let the student know is there's this story framework called a Hero of a Thousand Faces. So essentially, there's a book called A Hero of a Thousand Faces. So essentially, it says all the heroes just in different books just follow the same journey. It's kind of like the hero learns something, the hero leaves the comfort zone, and then the hero faces a challenge, and then the hero fails, and then the hero learns something something from like an old person, a secret path to success. So essentially an advisor or more senior person, and then apply the knowledge to the challenge. And then finally the hero succeeds. And then the hero goes back to the hometown where the story starts again. So it's kind of like a cycle of ups and downs in our life that many books actually use that framework. So I tell the judge to use the Hero of a Thousand Faces as the framework, but I did not tell the student, so the student did not know ahead of time. So actually, when you see these feedback from the evaluator, which is the judge, you see some like call to adventure, meeting the mentor. These are looks a little bit strange. It's just because my prompt to the judge is using that framework, right? So it gives some feedback to the student, and then okay, so Jack Ma, hero's journey, and then the student actually start to realize, oh, the judge is actually using that framework. I actually don't know where is. Oh yeah, to better align with hero's journey framework. So the student actually start to realize the judge doesn't want this format, but they really want to align with this hero's journey framework. and then so the student try to change this to like call to adventure using this structure. Transforming, trial. So meeting the mentor, and then they use the so Jack has a failure, which is the China pages failed, and then Alibaba also faced significant obstacles, but eventually he persevered, and then won out in that journey, and then became from a entrepreneur into a leader, and then this praises to Jack, right? So you use this feedback from the judge, and then let's see if the judge says still need more improvement. So the judge is still not happy with the student's output, and then see if the student. So essentially there's this loop transition into so the judge, I think, asked for more details here, and then the student actually start to put in some more detail, like the year number and so forth. So you can see they just go back and forth to improve this essay. So this is and then in the end the judge was happy with the the output, you can see the output is actually quite, it's much better than the initial version, which is kind of like a plain version of the story, kind of like a news article or just a Wikipedia article. But in the end, it looks more like a novel, something that's interesting to read, something like a story that you could tell to a kid. So this is the pattern that we can see, that we can write code to let the AI to use, which is the student and coach pattern, where the student performs an action and then coach gives feedback, and then the student improves, and then coach gives a little bit more feedback, and then eventually get to a better product. So you can see that in humans' life, we have this patterns of teams, we have the pattern of coaches. All of these can actually be implemented using the AI agent framework. Yeah, so that's the news from the industry, where we are up to date for this AI agent development. Of course, OpenAI is not the first company to introduce this concept. There are quite a few other AI agent framework as well, like LangChain, and there are a few others that could allow us to, one, let the agent interact with the real world. Second, agents can talk to each other and interact with each other, similar to how real life human being would interact with our coworkers, our friends, our customers. Yeah, so this is the third design pattern for that's inside the OpenAI release. There is a user, or there's an audience member who said a research project. How about research subject of molecular mechanism of aging? I can actually initiate that in the research, using the research agent, and then we can come back, because sometimes it takes a couple minutes, so I don't want to let everybody wait, but we can just initiate this request. Like to research molecular mechanism of aging. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it's doing this search, and then I can, 5 searches. I can come back later to this. Okay, since all of you are here, thank you for coming to the event, and we can all learn, the latest development of AI agent together. We are planning to have a course starting end of this month to help beginners or people who have not been into the AI area to learn how to code AI agents. So the target audience, as I mentioned, target audience is beginner developers, people who are enthusiastic about this field, who may have some. So probably people should have some coding background. Any language would be fine, but they want to learn how to develop AI and AI agents. We plan to have 5 evenings to go over this course. During this course, we are going to create a AI agent together. We are going to, as the outline says, we're going to set it up, and then we have a basic chatbot, and then we add more capabilities to this AI agent through adding more APIs, text-based APIs, data APIs, image APIs, and then we also discuss a little bit how to use it in real environment where we need to keep it safe, like have appropriate content, make sure that it's not there's no malicious user who can attack it. So we have some essentially like a basic outline of how to build an AI agent. If you are interested to join us you are very welcome to sign up for our course. It should be pretty friendly to beginners. And if you are more advanced, we have some optional offline materials, such as how to use source control, how to work with a team, how to use the web, how to get information or perform action on the web. So those are optional offline materials for more advanced learners. We are planning to start this course at the end of this month, and you're welcome to join us. Yeah, so here are the QR codes for us. On the left-hand side, it's a WeChat group. If you're on WeChat, you can use this QR code. And then in the middle is our LinkedIn group. So I have a Mingdao AI LinkedIn group. So you can join us on LinkedIn. There's a Discord channel. And then there is also the sign up link for the AI agent course, which is going to be 5 evenings. We are going to build an agent together, and will be very friendly to beginning developers. So the audience actually asked a question. Second. Okay, so there was. Okay, so it did. Let me go back to this research of the molecular effect on aging, and then we can see the PDF file as well. Okay. So as you see, there's a nice table of content, and then it actually went into pretty good detail about how the aging works, the mechanics of aging, and from different angles. Cellular hallmarks, nutrient sensing, inflammation, recent development of therapeutic interventions, future directions, and conclusion. Yeah, so it's looks like a somewhat serious. I don't know. It's probably medium serious about a paper that you can find using the internet, and you can probably write a paper if you have time to write a paper like that. But with AI, you can just do that within a couple minutes. All right. And then Dr. Y asked, in the code of your manager and team example, do you call the manager and use if condition to decide which agent to use, or the manager call AI to decide which agent to use? Yeah, so the manager calls AI to decide which agent to use. In the code, there's actually no, there's no if statement. Agent as tool. So you can see in the code, maybe the font is kind of small. Let's make it bigger. Now it's big. Okay, so there are these 3 agents, and then there is this kind of manager agent. You are a translation agent. If you ask multiple translation, you resolve never translate on your own. You always use the provider to politely refuse. So there's actually no if statement inside this to decide whether it's going into Spanish or French or Italian. And you can see the main function. Yeah, there's essentially no if statement here. It's all based on the AI. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. Let me see if we have any other audience questions. Again, this is all the QR codes to join us. And oh yeah, another thing is tomorrow we are going to have another event where we are going to discuss retrieval augmented generation. So yeah, we invited Coach Cindy, who is a director of machine learning, to tell us how we can allow the AI to retrieve vast amount of information from the internet or from your private network and also resolve the problem of hallucination, because in some cases where the AI does not have an answer, it sometimes hallucinates and gives you, the wrong product or discount that does not even exist. So tomorrow at 7 p.m., we are going to have another event for RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. You're all welcome to join us. And of course, very welcome to join our course, our group. Yeah, you can join our group. You don't have to commit to sign up for our course. If you sign up for our course within a couple days, let's say by Tuesday, end of Tuesday, we can still give a discounted price. So the normal price of the course of the 5 evening would be $500. But if you sign up in before the end of Tuesday, we can still provide a discounted price of $400. And this is the first time that we are teaching this course. So we are going to learn together. Thank you for your support. Yeah, and let's see. Does anyone want to ask any questions? All right. Yeah, if not, thank you everyone for joining the meeting today. It's great that we learned this together with the latest development on the AI agent front. And I hope to see you tomorrow in another exciting event where we are going to discuss retrieval augmented generation. And you're welcome to join our class. And tomorrow, the Coach Cindy is also going to have another tell you about another upcoming course on retrieval augmented generation. Thank you, everyone. I will see you tomorrow or in our next event.